What's going on, you guys? Obviously you probably know we are a little behind on videos. We've been having a lot of things go on. It's been Tori Jr.'s first birthday, it was my birthday, and then we rolled right into Tori and Kayla's wedding day. So being a little behind, we're making time up right now. This here you're going to see is round 2 of the Spec-D Drift Series. And we got the car here. It's all prepped for round 3, the final round of the series. So yeah, hope you enjoy, and here we go. All right, we made it to Mission for round 2 of Spec-D series. We got the pits all set up, car's all ready to go for practice. We just have about an hour and a half until our driver's meeting, and then we will be ready to go. We're gonna try and keep the car loose for practice and kind of get our lead lap figured out and dialed for qualifying today. And then we'll hop in and do some chasing with these other guys. So here we go.
McDonald comes into the course. Not the showing you wanted at round 1, looking to impress here at round 2 as he reaches out to those first 2 outside zones really well here for Carlton McDonald. Seems to be on a mid to high line as he comes across that first inside clip, now reaching out to outside zone 3. Transfers back along the wall, little late, but now right where it needs to be for Carlton McDonald. Look at that beautiful Ford Mustang come across the line. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Carlton McDonald. For the angle, there we go. The fundamentally dressed Will trying to hang on shotgun best he can. And Carlton McDonald making short work of this course as he comes through outer zone 3. Now lines it up for that final outer zone in front of the grandstands here for you guys in the house. Carlton McDonald across the line.
All right, you guys, so that ends day 1, practice and qualifying. We finished off our first qualifying run. We got a 79, and I was super pumped after we were battling a few things at practice with a few different like grip levels coming through the first initiation out to touch and go number 1. We had some battles in there. The car was wanting to bog down. We weren't keeping the wheel speed up in the car, and I was having the clutch kick there, and sometimes having the car straighten out towards the wall. Super sketchy. But we kind of figured it out towards the end and in qualifying. So I ended up qualifying 10th with an 87, and we are in the show tomorrow. There is 18 drivers that qualified. So we'll be rolling into the top 16 and going from there. So super happy with the end of the day, and we will see you tomorrow. Good morning. We are set up. Boys are just rolling in. We got some showers this morning, some food, some coffee, and we're gonna get everything prepped for practice. And we have until 11:30, which is driver's meeting,
And then 12 o'clock, we roll into about 2.5 hours of practice. We're gonna try a few more things to kind of dial in the first section of the layout. And then go from there, just chasing every round that we can, trying to get comfortable in the chase position since we know that our lead is pretty good. And roll into a top 16 competition. We qualified 10th, and we are going against Joseph Janik, who he just bought Chase Schmidt's E36. So yeah, pretty excited. It's going to be a good first battle, and if we win that, we go against Jace.
And Timbits.
So round 2 of the Drift Series was it was an incredible event. We had our issues. We had some issues with the car wanting to grip up while in competition through the first initiation point. I was in my chase with Joseph Janik, and I just couldn't keep up with him because I had a bit of a bobble there.
The revered cinema on the drone. As here we go. Drivers coming into the course right now. Good snappy initiation there for Janik. Carlton McDonald having a bit of an issue in the chase position as Janik is absolutely flying out front in that Augmented Racing E36. Janik absolutely burning down the house right now. Oh my goodness.
And also the same thing happened in my lead run, and I got into the wall again, just like I did in practice.
Leaving the line, firing down the strip, and here we go. Carlton McDonald leading him in. Joseph Janik all up in that chase position right now. Carlton McDonald sinks it deep into the wall. Has to straighten in between outer zone and 2. Reinitiates him. Joseph Janik cannot be shaken nor stirred. All the way into the door here. Joseph Janik, amazing job in the chase position so far as we dive in for one final time, and that is going to be the kill shot from Jason Janik and Carlton McDonald across the line. Mission Raceway, let me hear you.
Besides that, overall the event was really good. Spec-D does such an amazing job putting on these events. They are so fun. I was telling one of the guys that it says something about an event when you don't have your best competition, but you leave the event smiling, just thinking about how great it was. So no, not upset about how things went. We learned a lot about the car. The car is more dialed than it was round 1, so we're making our progress. I learned a lot of things as a driver on how I need to actually drive this car, and we're just gonna continue to progress and try and get better every round that we can. So we're gonna go into round 3 as strong as possible and put up our best fight and see where we're at the end of the event. After this one, we are competing here locally, so I will be running the DriftCon After Dark at the end of September, and then the Shootout event at Evergreen in October. So we got 2 more events for the season after round 3, and we will see how things go. We're gonna take everything we learned competing at one of the highest levels I've ever competed at and bring it here at our home track and try and lay down a win in the Shootout and get a license. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this Spec-D Drift Series and kind of our recaps. We're gonna try and make them better and better every time, doing a little bit of a different style. Obviously, it's not too often I sit in front of the camera with the car behind me. So if you guys have any pointers on what we'd like to see more in the recaps, is it more vlog footage? Is it more behind the scenes of what goes on? Is there a certain angle in the car? Please let me know in the comments. One of the other super awesome things from round 2 was I was able to get my hands on a hard copy of the Driftzone, which is a magazine that's put out by ElektricMedia. My good buddy Dustin, who is a media guy for Spec-D. So in the off season, he asked me to participate in an interview with him so I could be featured in this magazine. He does some super awesome work, takes incredible photos. You guys have probably seen him all over my Instagram. And we sat on Discord and just chatted it up for about 2 hours. He asked me all sorts of different staged questions that he had for his interview, and it's incredibly detailed. He puts in barcodes for our Instagram, for our YouTube videos that you can scan and check out.
But yeah, I mean, just overall, you don't get a lot of physical media nowadays. There's not really magazines and stuff like that. So it's super cool to see someone who's kind of thinking outside of the box and coming up with something like this, so we have a physical memory other than just pictures on our phone and video on our phone and YouTube. We have these actual magazines. So this is something that he's selling on his website. So I will add a link to his website in the bio if you guys want to check it out. If you can, go ahead and order one. He'll ship one out to you. A super awesome guy. Let's go support him. He's supported all my media through the Spec-D Drift series. So if you guys could give a chance to go check that out, I would greatly appreciate that. While you're there, go give him a follow. Maybe go comment on one of his posts and say Carlton sent you. ElektricMedia, go check them out. One of the things I'd kind of like to talk about while we're almost wrapping up our season here at Spec-D is all the incredible sponsors that are backing this program, and the people that have supported me just through it all. It's been super incredible working with some of these people. So I want to give a big thank you to J2 Racing. John has gotten me all the fluids I need, the parts, everything last minute. He's overnighted stuff for me just so I can get it before a round. So make sure you go check them out. I'm gonna have my links to all my sponsors in the bio of this video. But yeah, so J2 Racing is like your one-stop shop for all race car parts. Anything that you need, John can pretty much get it, and he'll help you out with being able to get it in a timely manner. I'd really like to thank AccuType Gaming Systems. That is my Uncle Steve's business. He has been supporting the transportation for this series. It's been an incredible help for me. As you guys know, drifting is super expensive, and it gets even more expensive when you're traveling hundreds of miles to go compete. So they stepped up, or I should say, he stepped up, and they are supporting the transportation for this season. So big thank you to them. And Drift American, those guys are super awesome. They repost every single thing that I post on my Instagram to give me as much exposure as possible, which we all know is a huge deal for drifting and motorsports in general, with other sponsors and everything. So growing our social media is super important. So he has backed me up on that 100% by making sure he shares every single thing. On top of that, they supplied quite a few parts for the independent rear suspension and a discounted price for me on spares, which has been huge. After this last round, we ended up using some spares. So I was really thankful I was able to get those and have the replacement parts I need to get back out there and get into competition. Drift American is a Mustang specific drift company. There's all sorts of parts on there for your Mustang if you're looking to get into drifting, just modify your car, or whatever you want to do. Go check it out. They have an incredible inventory of different things. And even on there, while you're on there, you will see the CM Drifting team shirt. So go check it out. Go like them on Instagram as well and give them support. Support those who support you. So on top of that, I would like to talk about a new sponsor who is going to be supporting us the rest of the season, starting with round 3, and that is Jabe's Printing and Design. Jordan, who owns the company, she has been making our t-shirts for everything Skidiots Garage, the new CM Drifting team shirts, and the team shirts that I made specific for the crew members. Jordan is just super awesome to work with. She's been supporting us ever since we started the Skidiots merch. And if you guys are looking for custom shirts, whether it's just a couple shirts at random that you want to make, if it's something for your company, something for your own drift program, she is super easy to work with and really quick at doing her job, and high quality shirts that come out of it. If you guys could go check out the page and give her a like, go support her, that would be super awesome. But I'm so excited to have them involved in the program, and I can't thank them enough for supporting me. And that goes to all the sponsors. Thank you so much. Any support is just so appreciated in this drifting. You guys know how expensive, and how it's not even about the expense, it's just also the support of great companies.
So yeah, so make sure you guys go show them some love, and please support those who support you. And yeah, that's it. So super pumped for round 3. The car is going to be better than ever. We have done a few things that I have not filmed, but I will talk about for round 3 in the next video. Thank you guys, and I appreciate you watching. We will see you after round 3. Peace.